So another gift guide episode. You can maybe tell by a sneak peek of what's going on here. I've partnered up with NVIDIA to showcase some of the best gaming laptops that have come out in 2025, and also across the RTX 50 series. And the best part, I'm actually giving away one of these gaming laptops at the very end. So just let me know which one of these is your favorite. Like I said, there's different ranges that you can get. And remember, if you're looking for a laptop this year, don't necessarily hunt the best deal. Don't get the cheapest laptop that's available. I'm gonna chat through the performance value, what you get from each kind of level or tier of graphics cards that you get, and obviously that price point between them, and then you can make your decision what you think is the best laptop for your suited needs. So typically when you look for a gaming laptop, there's a couple different things that you need to keep your eye out for. No brainer when you're getting a gaming laptop has to be around performance. You wanna grab a device that can play the latest AAA titles, modern games with higher frame rates, smoother performance, and obviously that kind of increases as you get a better tier graphics card. And with that in mind, do not get dummied by those other devices with integrated graphics. If you are looking to do like serious gaming, trust me, you still need a dedicated one. So the next important thing is probably around screen quality. So that is, OLED versus LCD. The resolution of the device, if you're particular to a certain OEM, if you like the build of one versus another. In my career, I've reviewed hundreds of laptops. Over that time, you kind of become partial to some, and maybe the last thing is probably like battery life, performance, if you're looking to lug this around. All those things to consider when you're looking to grab one. But the key benefit of RTX that are prevalent in all of these are around that performance. So the first one, for example, is DLSS 4, and that essentially gives you more frames generated through AI to give you a smoother and faster experience through gameplay. Your AI tools, if you do use them, they run locally, it's more secure and faster. You can install studio drivers, which help give you the best reliability and performance for creative apps. The dedicated GPU accelerates video, rendering, and optimizations for all creator apps, giving them a dual purpose if you need them for both gaming and creative work. So let's go through the range. We'll start off at the low end, the more budget friendly, the more affordable. That's the RTX 5060. So this is the Alienware 16 Aurora. It has the RTX 5060 in it. And like I said, this is the best mid-range pick, the best value of the bunch that you're gonna get. And for each of the graphics cards, I'll kind of leave a list down below in the description. But as an example, these are the 4 that I've used that I've really liked across the entire range. So what this gets you is really solid 1080p gaming performance. If you're looking to play, say, games that are just a bit less heavy of a load, so if you're, say, like into Overwatch, any of like the FPS games typically don't need the best in terms of performance. As an example, I was playing some Valorant, I was getting over that 300 frame mark, and even something like Overwatch, I was getting over that 120 frames, which for an FPS game, that's obviously the sweet spot that you want to be in. And for this price point, this is really great for students as well that live that combination life, that still do schoolwork, but game a lot as well. When I was a student, I did a lot of that, game way more than I do now. You're able to handle your everyday tasks. You can use NVIDIA Broadcast for when you're on calls with groups, as it helps in eliminating background noise from your surroundings. You never know where you might take a call or even change your background. Say you're hanging out in your messy dorm room. And for those everyday games as well, and with DLSS 4, that really gives you that high-end premium feel for a mid-tier price. With that extra frame gen, you feel like you're getting more performance than what you should actually be getting, which is really great. And like I mentioned, a great student laptop, or if you're just kind of getting into the space, it still has a 16-inch display. It's an LCD panel. It's 2560 by 1600, 120 hertz. It's got great port selection. It's still like lightweight enough to carry around. I know that if you're looking at a gaming laptop, some of them can get big, beefy, and heavy, but you can still easily carry this around to different classes, play on the go. Solid entry with the RTX 5060. But moving on to what I think is the sweet spot in terms of performance, this is the RTX 5070 or the 5070 Ti. So this specific machine is the HP Omen, specifically the Transcend 14. This is actually the only 14-inch laptop on the list, but like I said, I'll give you guys a list of some different options to choose from. Obviously with this size, this makes it easier, portable to kind of carry around. This is also the lightest of the bunch that I have. I would say this tier is great for most creators, anyone looking to get some like really good gaming in. This is able to handle most modern games at high settings. As an example, Hogwarts Legacy, like one of my all-time favorite games, big Harry Potter fan. I was getting 1440p at that 130 to 140 frame mark. Cyberpunk, as an example, the game is a bit older, but still used as an industry benchmark. At 1440p again, I was still getting 120 to 130 frames. For something this like lightweight, this portable, and obviously that like price to performance with the RTX 5070. And out of the entire lineup, this is probably the one that I would recommend to most people. You're really maximizing your performance performance, obviously in relation to the price benefit. So once again, for gaming, great. This is great for hybrid users. So if you're looking to get a bit more into that heavier video editing, this has great battery life. And like I said, the big benefit or key to this is its portability. So that is the RTX 5070. If we want to upgrade, we're going up to the 5080. So this is the Asus Strix Scar 16. As you can tell, it's got the RTX 5080 in it. This is really when you want to go all out, both in terms of performance and also what you get from the laptop. So this thing is pretty next level. You can see the little LED screen or the LED panel on the front. It's got full customizable RGB lighting around. Like, this thing, you know, is a gaming laptop, and that kind of matches the performance as well. So this is for someone that really wants to get, you know, the highest frames, the best performance that they can actually get. As an example, I was playing Black Myth Wukong on ultra settings. I was getting that 120 to 160 frame rate, and even Battlefield 6, one of the newest games, once again, similar settings in ultra, still pushing over that 350 frame mark, which is nuts. And obviously that all depends on your specific settings that you're running, what type of frame gen that you have, what your DLSS settings are. But as an example, if you really want like the top level of performance, if budget is really no issue for you, you want like the best of the best, that's where you get to the RTX 5090, of course. So you can see that I've saved the best, or my personal preference, for last. So this is the Asus ProArt P16. And the reason why I have it kind of at the end, obviously this has the RTX 5090, so the best video game performance, but it also has a lot of studio tuned drivers that really help what I do as a creator. So this is really great for video editing, but keep in mind, these are available across the entire range of RTX GPUs, creating even more value across the board, no matter what type of creator you are, whether you're starting off or a seasoned pro like me. But for gaming, for Battlefield 6, even on 4K, I was getting over that 180 frames, which is ridiculous. Even Cyberpunk at 4K between 100 to 130 frames. And if you drop it down to say like 1080, you are like pushing over that 200 frame mark for a game, which is super, super demanding. Still one of those industry standards, as I mentioned. So kind of cool to go through the entire like RTX lineup. Obviously, it really depends on the budget that you have for the performance. Like I said, the sweet spot for me has always been the RTX 5070 series. I think you'll get the most value there, but remember, if you get any of these laptops, you're kind of like guaranteed for this longevity to use this machine for the next couple years. You want to set yourself up for that future proofing, because at the end of the day, when you sometimes chase that best deal, the cheapest thing on the market, in the next year, you typically have to upgrade. So make sure you get something for the future. And I know I've talked a lot about performance, say the frames which I've been getting, but overall the gaming experience across the entire RTX 50 series has been great. Worlds feel a lot more immersive, render qualities are good, and you really get that charm back, or you feel like you're trapped in the game, which is something that you like to get actually caught up in. Hope you guys enjoyed the vid. Let me know what your favorite laptop was, what say like game you'd play for this year, maybe a game that you're looking forward to in 2026. Giveaway details will be down below. Hope you're all enjoying the best time over the holidays. Spend some time with friends, family, and maybe catch up on some gaming if you get that chance. Peace.